And yet I also know that you learned a lot, that you changed, that the person you were at the beginning of 2025 is so far from the person you are right now listening to this. There's no way you couldn't be, right? We change every moment of every day. And every moment of every day is a new opportunity to be somebody different. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Hello, my beloveds. For some of you, it's the day after Christmas. For others of you, maybe it's just another day. And here we are, enjoying it together, celebrating it together, being together. And what I would love to do today is share with you a practice that you can engage with from now until the end of the year. So this time, right, is so potent. The veil is thin. The closing of a chapter is happening as a new one is opening. And while it is somewhat manufactured, right, if we look at a more cyclical calendar blueprint of the year, we're looking at more February, March for inspiration, awakening, like the seed sprouting, new things starting, right? And yet here we are in our modern way that culture has created an ending and a beginning inside of a time when we are intended to really be inward, right? It is actually not a time to be going outward yet. And these are the times we live in. So rather than push against that, let's embrace it. Let's use it. Let's do something with it, right? Everything is a gift if we let it be. There's magic in every moment if we're willing to reach for it. So what I love to do, and I've done this practice for years, and those of you who have been in my world for a while, this might be familiar to you because I do offer this each year because I find it so potent. And what I love about it, right, is it helps us harvest gratitude and really see our accomplishments, see the things that we have moved through, the things that we have been able to take and mulch and transform and transmute and really make something new. It shows us where we have really been alive in our life, and it shows us where we can do it differently next year. And so this practice that I invite you into is you find a journal that you love, turn to a clean page, and reflect back on the year. And think about all the things you have done, right? The idea of this practice is we are going to look back and reflect on all the things that have happened to us this year. And so I love to write down, like if I've traveled somewhere, whether that's just camping, close by, or traveling to England the way we did this summer for our pilgrimage, I write down any new friends I've made, any friends that I've deepened their relationship with. I write down ideas that I brought into the world and saw actually happen, right? What I created with my work, in quotes, with my devotion, right, to the planet. I write down the strides I made, I suppose, right, is a good word, in my spiritual journey and my evolutionary journey. I write down classes that I took, programs that I engaged with, coaches that I worked with, books that I read, new things I learned, maybe a new podcast that I found that I loved, new music that I found, and maybe that new dance class that I took, right? And anything that brought me joy and fed my heart, and I just write it all down. Maybe it's even just a new recipe, something, right? Maybe it's as big like you got a new car or you moved and got a new house. All the things, just write them down and keep writing and keep writing. And then when you feel complete for now, turn to another new page, leave space right after what you've just written for more to come through. And then maybe flip 2 pages over. And now what I invite you to write down is the things that were hard, the things that challenged you, the things that were spicy, the things you did not like. And we write these down not to reinforce the hardness of them, but we write them down in devotion to the things that we learned from them. So maybe you got divorced. Maybe you lost a loved one. Like maybe it was a year that these really hard things happened. And yet I also know that you learned a lot, that you changed, that the person you were at the beginning of 2025 is so far from the person you are right now listening to this. There's no way you couldn't be, right? We change every moment of every day. And every moment of every day is a new opportunity to be somebody different. Right? We always have this gift of beginning again, finding more forgiveness, finding more growth, finding more ways to just dive into the journey, right? Finding more ways to let go of shame, judgment, guilt, resentment, all these things, right, that we hold in our humanness and that we also know that we want to put down. But before we put them down, we bring them closer. And we listen to every little whisper of gift that these things gave us because they really have given you something. So write all of that down, right? And write until you feel complete. Give them space. See them as opportunities, right? It's so easy to see our challenges and our obstacles as challenges and obstacles. But it really takes us to another level in our journey when we really do look at these as opportunities. When we look at the plot twist is a word that I have heard circulating around, right? Plot twist. As the plot twists in your life happen, how are they for you? This is such coyote medicine in Andean traditions where the coyote, the trickster, comes in and just messes everything up. And yet it does it in devotion to your growth, to your journey, to your soul. And so coyote medicine is really about harvesting the gold from the messy. So write all that until you feel complete for now. And then leave that journal handy. And between now and New Year's Eve, keep adding to that list. More things will come through. You'll remember things, right? Ask your dreams. Sit in meditation. What else happened? What else? Give me more. And then fill that journal, fill those pages. And then on New Year's Eve, you can light a candle, maybe pour yourself something to drink, whether that's something bubbly, an alcoholic, or whether it's a warm cup of tea, or just water, simple water. I love water. But make it sacred and sit. Take a moment to reread everything that you have written. And what this does is it really helps me remember how much I have done, how much I have grown, how full my year really was, right? And how much I've changed and transformed. And it shows me the shifts and it opens my perspective because it is so easy to sit at the end of the year and beat ourselves up and list all the things we wanted to do and didn't do, and all the things we said we'd do, and then we got afraid and didn't do them. And you know the drill, right? You know what I'm talking about. That voice that wants to like eat away at all the amazing things you've done and give you this lens that negates all the incredible things that you have done. So what this practice does, right? It builds in you the capacity to see and hold how incredible you are and just how much you accomplished this year, regardless of what the voices tell you, right? And then what we do with this, right, is we allow this energy that we're creating, this musing on the past, we allow it to inspire us for the following year. And so from this place of being full of gratitude and full of your accomplishments and full of love for just how amazing you are and what an incredible year you created, even through the challenges and the darkness and the hardness, right? Even though those happened, you rose above them and you did something with them and you changed. You let yourself be somebody different because of the year that you have had. Now take that energy and write your devotions. I purposefully do not use the word intentions because if you know me, you know I don't do intentions. I find that by the end of January, they're out the window anyway, right? We don't stick to them because there's no sticking place for us. In order for us to stick to something, I experience that we have to be devoted to it. And we have to be devoted to ourselves, right? I talk a lot about not self-discipline, but self-devotion, because you are not going to accomplish what you want in 2026 disciplining yourself, but you will accomplish it if you're in deep devotion to yourself, your process, your path, and your purpose. I love you. Have fun. Reach out. Let me know how this process changed you.